Welcome to a presentation on olfactory and gustatory interfaces. The beginning of virtual reality can be said to be around 1962 when a device, Sensorama, was developed by Morton Heilig to immerse the user into watching 3D visuals, smelling aromas related to the visuals, experiencing sometimes wind as per the scene, and also vibrations. This was one of the first directions of moving into an immersive virtual reality. Now we are surrounded in the real world by energy fields, and we make sense of the external world through perception of these energy fields. All our senses are field interactions at specialized nerve interfaces on the periphery of the body. And since survival in the wild has been overcome, now new needs are driving the extension of human sensing capabilities, and hence trying to enhance what the senses can sense, and also controlling and providing input to the senses. A complete multimodal immersive VR interaction. It can address all senses and could enable to extend the sensing to a wider range in the spectrum of its field. We have our senses have developed to perceive a certain range in the visual spectrum and a certain range in the sound spectrum. A system like a multimodal VR can render out of range field values of one sense into the input of another, thus extending our perception. Currently, we transpose properties of temperature, taste, sound, and smell into visual representation. So we have visual symbols to describe the properties of an object in front of us, which can be temperature, taste, sound, and smell by visual symbols. The bandwidth of taste and smell is not yet characterized or parameterized, unlike the bandwidth of sound and vision, because these are relatively simple senses which require input from only one field, and we have characterized that from this field, from a certain wavelength value to a certain wavelength value, we are able to perceive. So far, we have not been able to map the field or the range of sensations from olfaction or gustation. Now, olfaction and gustation are rendered into our cognition through chemical perception. Like sight renders the information through light perception. Hearing renders the sound field through sound perception. So, olfaction and gustation render the external information through chemical perception. The next and upcoming areas of focus are becoming increasingly exploration into gustatory and olfactory modalities to complete the multimodal virtual interaction. We have companies, research, and products, consumer level products for virtual interaction through sight and sound, but not yet through taste and smell. And now transducing organs for these evolved in physical proximity and work together. So we have traditionally mapped senses as five. This mapping has been on the exterior visual view of the organs of the sensation. Since the organ for taste and smell appear separately on the surface of the body, so we bifurcate the resulting sense into taste and smell as very separate. But in fact, they work quite together. And now more complete models of understanding of the sense are developing, as we will see in further slides. For example, if we break down what sensing is required, for example, to perceive mint plant or mint leaves, which has the active ingredient as one menthol. So we can see the physical areas involved and the function which they perform to complete the perception of. eating or tasting or ingesting of this mint, where the tongue provides the sensation or information of a slightly bitter taste from the regions of the tongue where it senses sweet or salty or bitter. Then orthonasal area provides the information of aroma, which is the area on the upper of the nose, and retronasal area provides the complete flavor, which is the area at the back of the throat. Now, tongue provides information on the texture, and biting and chewing give the information on the aspects of solid mechanics of the object which is being ingested, and also tactile thermal pain receptors, which give information on touch, temperature, and pain. They provide the information of a cooling mouth feel. So all these and maybe some more come together to complete the experience of and information of ingesting the items which we sense through our olfactory and gustatory interfaces. Therefore, these senses are complex and so far have not yet been mapped. Now, why gustation and olfaction are important for VR? The main reason is they complete our presence in the virtual environment, and these are very important for immersion. For example, in a past research where participants were allowed to either physically bite into a virtual candy bar in a VR where they had maybe tactile feedback, or only visually see the candy bar and imagine having it. Of course, the participants had more felt more immersed in the virtual environment where they were able to physically bite into the candy bar. So this example is to show that to complete the experience, we are still lacking and need to develop some aspects of gustation and olfaction into feedback in a virtual reality environment. Today, this appears far-fetched and incomplete and maybe improbable because always in the beginning stages of research, the end result has appeared the same. Now, further into the importance of gustation and olfaction in VR, from the point of view of how how much our brain perceives our environment, we can see from the model of perception. For example, the cortical or homunculus is a visual representation of which sense or which area is more represented or has the largest proportion of the brain dedicated to processing its functions. So we can see after hands, it is the tongue, lips, and mouth which are having the largest proportion of the brain dedicated to processing its functions. And these regions are the regions of gustatory and gustation and olfaction. So our natural presence in our natural environment has a high involvement already of the organs of gustation and olfaction to be present in a natural environment. So also to be present in a virtual environment, it is required to provide this feedback and perception through these senses. From this table from a research, we can also see in the second last column the attention capture and the number of sensors are quite high for olfaction and gustation. Now our approach to providing this senses feedback of olfaction and gustation to the brain have been so far successful through the method of providing aiding equipment to the senses where there is a real or a virtual world, and we have developed equipment to deliver the information of the world to our existing sense transducers like visual transducer, our eye, sound transducer, our ear, and chemical transducer, our nose and mouth, or temperature transducer in our nose and mouth, or texture, force feedback transducers in our nose and mouth. So either we deliver this through aiding equipment which aids our senses, and also companies like Neuralink are trying to develop direct brain computer interfaces where digital information can bypass the senses and give information to those regions of the brain which perceive information from these respective senses. Now we come to some current applications of how olfactory and gustatory properties are being used or applied in the world. One is data olfaction, like we consume data, numbers through vision by plotting them into various graphs and curves and make meaning out of them. Similarly, there have been attempts to perceive data and numbers through variations of smell. Then, of course, next VR immersion, one common application of olfactory and gustatory sense digitalization and virtualization is for augmenting the immersion in virtual reality. Then, as a mood and memory trigger, it has been observed that smells and sounds, more so smells, are closely connected to memories, and like we capture a picture of an event, so there have been attempts to also capture the sound from that environment as a store of memory, so that viewing it at a later date can trigger the mood and memory of that event. Then olfactory notification. So some attempts have been there to create products where if we are to be notified, to be alarmed to an incoming message or to do a task, we make use of the visual sense to look at distinctly colored new appearing icon to respond to the notification. But some designers and scientists have made this into a smell releasing product where a particular smell, when received, should remind the person of executing some action according to a notification, or like receiving a call, or um, understanding an alarm. One more application has been in food selection by virtual representation of olfactory and gustatory parameters. This means we work visually we represent the properties like sourness, bitterness of the food on packaging of the food. So this can give us an idea of the content and experience of that product. These have been some current application amongst many more of practical and marketable use cases of digitalizing and mapping of olfactory and gustatory senses. Some review papers were used for the collecting the study and from the internet. And thank you for listening to this presentation. And we hope a faster and more intense development of this field of olfaction and gustation. Thank you.